Well, I would like to introduce my friend, Bruce Waterman from Exposure Biz, which is a business relationship and he's a business relationship and marketing consultant. After being a professional photographer for over 30 years, Bruce made his transition into the digital age, becoming a digital artist and rotoscooper in feature films like Dante's Peak and Titanic. In February of 2009, he was introduced into the world of video-centric and relationship-based business marketing tools and strategies. Bruce has the vision of taking the state of art of the technologies to business owners as an alternative and more effective way to communicate, market, and promote. Bruce has a passion to bring new, fresh ideas and technology for a business to grow and flourish in even a troubled economy. And let me tell you, he certainly does. I have no idea about all the technology that Bruce knows. He's amazing. He's currently a senior manager with SendOutCards, an automated online and mobile system to send custom greeting cards and gifts to create and maintain relationships, both personal and business. He helps businesses use this system to keep in touch with their clients so they don't go somewhere else. And I'd like to present with that, Bruce Waterman.
Thank you. Okay, well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's awesome to be here, and I'm really thrilled. And it's all because of the relationship I have with Peggy Beauregard, your awesome member, that I'm here. And she gave me a call, said, look, we need a speaker. Can you come? I said, absolutely. But it's all about the relationships. Oh, come on. Here we go. It's all about the relationships, and that's what brings people together and able to collaborate. So, relationships end too soon because people stop putting the same effort to keep you as they did to win you, right? And keeping in touch on a regular basis keeps the relationship alive. A lot of people take their relationships for granted, whether they're personal relationships, family, friends, business associates, or even your clients. Anybody here in business, have a business, running a business? So a lot of your customers may not feel that you care about them because they don't hear from you except when you want something from them. So I'm going to suggest ways that you can reach out to them and let them know that you care so they don't go somewhere else. Because for every 30 days you don't have contact with someone, you lose about 10% of your influence. So imagine, after a whole year of not hearing from you, the next person that comes along and shows that they have interest in them, there is no loyalty to you because they haven't heard from you, so guess what? They're going to go somewhere else and go to that person who showed up. So look, it's a brand new year. It's time to flip the switch and stop doing what you've been doing, and maybe change the way you've been doing things for the new year so that you can nurture and improve on those relationships to give you a better engagement. Hello? Wake up! So there are 5 different ways I'm going to talk about today to keep in touch with people. And by the way, this is not a lecture, this is a conversation. So if you have any feedback, questions, comments, please raise your hand and interject.
At the risk of interrupting things too much, you mentioned 10% per 30 days. Does that rate of decline, does that differ for different businesses? I was just thinking of my wife, okay? If she didn't hear me for 30 days, I think we'd decline more than 10%.
You better get word after about a year.
so
you may not have 30, you may not have a year.
Yeah, so
2 months.
Yeah, I mean, you know, think about it. The people that you know, that you engage with, that you don't hear from them, they become less important to you, right?
No.
It's that they're well,
They don't become less important.
well, less engaged
Yes,
and less
that's
reason
what happens.
to engage with them. So I'm going to talk about different ways for you to keep in touch with people so that your relationships don't deteriorate and that you can keep the value in your relationships. So the first one I'm going to talk about is you can pick up the telephone and give somebody a call. Because how many times have you heard from someone on the phone and go, uh-oh, what do they want from me now? Right? We get all kinds of telephone calls from telemarketers, and even people that when they call us on the phone, the perception is that they want something from you, right?
Is it screwed in real good to your
It's screwed in real good. It's just kind of blanking out. No, it just kind of loses connection. Anybody home?
Space bar.
It just kind of goes in and out. That's okay. It'll show up when it wants to. So pick up the telephone and give someone a call, and just let them know that you're thinking about them and that you had them in your mind. You'd be surprised the reaction you get, especially if someone that you haven't talked to in a while. They're going to really be really receptive and maybe open up a further conversation.
Bruce,
Yes.
question for you. Have you found that whether it's a phone call or whether it's an email, or it doesn't matter so much as, it's always nice to have the personal touch of a phone call, but does an email sometimes get across that at least you're thinking about the person, or is it?
That's the second of the 5 ways.
Okay.
An email. Hello. An email. Send someone an email and just let them know, hey, how you doing? How things are going? Maybe let them know what's up with you. But emails sometimes are not that receptive because we get so much spam, we get so much promotional emails to market and sell, and again, what do they want from you? So, but just a little personal email. And I use a system, a platform that makes it more personal. Whereas you can talk to your recipient rather than type out your message and have them read it. Now you can talk to them face to face. Hey Doug, it was great to see you this morning at the Rotary meeting. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. I hope to have coffee with you soon. So when they hear me in their inbox talk to them, and they see me and engage with me virtually in an email, it's pretty cool. So that's a platform, one of the platforms I use for that, and if you're going to send emails, that might be something you might want to look into, and I can help you with that. The next thing is, I guess this thing decided to stop working on me, unfortunate. The next thing you can do is engage on social media. Okay, social media, anybody on Facebook? All right? If you're not on Facebook, you're missing out on a whole way of building your network and starting relationships and maintaining and engaging with people. And you're not limited to the people just in Sierra Madre. I mean, you can be engaging with people all over the country, all over the world, and you never know the relationships that you might develop with people just because it's kind of cool to have those relationships. I have several people that I'm connected with on Facebook that I have never met face to face. I've never even talked to them on the phone. But we engage and we talk to people, to each other through Facebook, and we follow each other, we know what's going on in their lives, we know what they're up to, we send private messages back and forth, hey, how you doing? It's great to hear from you, I love that last post you did. And it's just great to have those relationships that you never know what value that's going to bring you. I have gotten a lot of business from social media because of the engagements and the relationships I've developed. So engage in social media. If you're not on Facebook, do so. And if that's important to your business, it should be. There's a lot of business to be done there. Even if you're not in business and you just want to start meeting people and talking to people and engaging with people, it's a great, there's billions of people on Facebook. And Facebook's not the only platform. If you're a professional, LinkedIn is another place to engage with professionals. So it's all a matter of what kind of room you want to step into and engage with those kind of people. YouTube is another place to engage people by having them watch what you have to say, what you have to offer, the content that you have for your business, or just in general. I mean, there's all kinds of silly videos of how to unbox a product, and here's what the product looks like coming out of the box. I have purchased products that I want to know before I buy it, what it looks like, what it feels like, what it looks like coming out of the box, and it helps with my buying decision to buy that product. So the silliest of videos out there can provide a lot of value for people, and again, make a connection for you, either personally or just making a decision on doing something. You have a Facebook page, and there's only 200 and some likes on that page, and I suggest that all of you engage on Facebook and start building your networks so that you can engage with people, get to people to know you and like you, and let them know you're part of the Rotary, and drive them to your page so you get more exposure for the organization. So there's lots of room for...
I have a question about the Facebook thing. There's the Facebook like, which is one kind of thing, and then there's the actual personal I like you kind of thing, and they're very different things.
They are.
Can you comment on that?
Yes, so when I like your page, I see every time that you post something of value.
There it is.
So there you go. Hello. Good morning.
It's working.
You know, I see what's happening in the group. Every time you have a new speaker or you have something of value that you've given a grant to someone, I see what's happening here. And I'm engaged with what you're doing. So the more eyeballs you have on this page, the more interest that you might have. And you never know, someone in Kentucky might know somebody here in Sierra Madre and say, hey, you know, go check out this Rotary group. They're awesome and they're doing great things. Go to a meeting. So it's a vast possibility of exposure when you're engaging with people virtually on social media.
What does Facebook give you that, let's say, LinkedIn wouldn't? And what are the, is there an advantage that Facebook has over LinkedIn, in your opinion?
Facebook is like a party, and you know, you're just having a good time, and you're socially engaged with people, and you're just interacting on a social level and letting people know what's going on in your life or your organization. LinkedIn is more professional. It's more like someone, if I was looking for a job position in a company, and so when people are looking at my profile, looking at my engagements, like, oh, that might be a good candidate to talk to, maybe he'd be good for our company, maybe we should get in touch with him and have an interview. So, and it's just another way to, it's a different type of room. Facebook is more like a party room, social room. LinkedIn is more like a business office. You know, everyone's dressed up in ties and suits and more professional there. So it's a different audience, and it's a matter of who you're talking to. So you want to have whatever message you have directed at your audience, the correct audience. What is your client avatar, and what does that look like? And are you talking to the right people, right? So it's a matter of finding the space that you're communicating most effectively for the message you're sending out. Okay, all right, the next thing, whip out your phones and find someone in your contact list that you haven't engaged with for a while. Put a smile on your face and let them know how awesome they are. Text them and let them know that you're thinking about them. When they get that little message on that phone, they go, oh my God, Doug sent me a message on my phone, how cool it is that he thought of me today. You know, and we get all kinds of text messages. You know, a lot of them are promotional as well. But when someone gets a personal, hey, I was just thinking about you today, just want to let you know how awesome I think you are. Let me know if there's something I can do for you. So just keep in touch with an unexpected communication will speak volumes for that relationship, and it'll nurture it, and it'll take it to the next level. So the next thing is, there is a quote by Maya Angelou. It's not that people will forget what you said, and that people will forget what you do, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And doing all of these things to keep in touch with people will have you stand out in their minds. So there's one of my favorite ways to make someone's day and to make an impression on someone that's long lasting. I mean, all these other things are kind of cool, but they're fleeting. It's digital, it kind of goes away after a short time. But when you send someone in the mail a physical greeting card to let them know how awesome they are, as something of appreciation and gratitude, that physical recycled piece of cardboard will stay with you for a long time and probably not even throw it away. Just yesterday, I received this little card in the mail from Peggy. Peggy and I have a relationship for the past year that we've nourished and nurtured and have grown into a nice friendship. We belong to a mastermind group together. And she sends me a handwritten note letting me know how much she appreciates what I do in our relationship. I had a great day yesterday, but this made it awesome. And you think I'm going to throw this away? No, it's going to stay with me, and every time I look at this card, I'll think of her. So thank you, Peggy, for that. The impact of a greeting card in the mail is huge because only 3% of our mail is personal. Right?
Wow.
Think of all the junk mail you get, all the marketing pieces and all the promotional pieces, not to mention your bills. But when you get something in the mail that's personal, that's addressed to you in an envelope, and you open it up, and you get a card that says you're awesome on it, and a little message inside, just relaying some kind of personal feelings for that person, it's pretty cool. It's a big impact you get when you get something like this in the mail, and it really helps you stand out. The fact that you're in business, this is something for you to note. The reason why 68% of your customers leave a business is because of perceived indifference, right? Because they don't think you care about them, and they haven't heard from you. They just know that every year you're going to give them a call to renew their policy or to engage in another piece of business. And other than that, if they don't hear from you, they don't think you really care about them as a customer and appreciate their business. The likelihood of somebody else coming along and taking that away from you is very high. There's a phrase that I learned, a quote that the company CEO of SendOutCards said, "Appreciation will win out over self-promotion every time." So if you are communicating with appreciation rather than self-promoting yourself, you're going to develop and encourage a more long-lasting relationship that can lead to huge things. There's lots of different ways, which you should be able to see on the screen right now, to send a greeting card. And I'll read them off because you can't see them. You can send a birthday card, an anniversary card, a thank you card, a get well card, a holiday card, a card of appreciation, just thinking of you, or those special days, Secretary's Day, Boss's Day, chocolate bar day, whatever the day is. There's lots of reasons to send a card.
Oh, yeah.
Believe me, I'm sure it's there.
Bruce?
Yes.
As it relates to what you just said about the card, the one that you got was written by Peggy. The one that we can send for people like me that don't have great writing, that is in written form, digitally, is that viewed as a little less personal than had I written?
Good question.
I mean, will they feel that appreciation?
Absolutely.
A good friend or a colleague or someone I do business with, are they going to feel that it's the same?
Does that look like that it was printed out on a computer? There are fonts that looks like like I wrote it. Plus, you can import and use your signature. So it looks like you actually wrote it. Yes.
I have been using SendOutCards for 10 years.
No, I'll just pass it on.
And you can program your own handwriting into the software, your own signatures. I have one that says Mike, one that says Dr. Bud, one that says Michael and Bud that says DC, and another one, I have personal ones and I have business ones. And I can import my font, which is my own handwriting. You have to program the computer of your own print. So it can look exactly like you, or it can, if you want to, if the handwriting can be changed, then you can put your own signature on it. So it's very personal. I've been using it for 10 years.
It's a very cool system that allows you to save you time, energy, and money, and that's called a system. It's an acronym for system. But we don't send cards in general on a regular basis for 3 reasons. We forget those important dates, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that was Don's birthday yesterday, and I've missed it. Well, yeah, you can send a card that's a belated birthday card, but we always forget those important dates, right? The other thing is we're all so busy doing what we're doing that it's not convenient to run to the store, buy a card, come home, fill it out, and and, you know, and send it off to the post office. It's just not convenient, it takes too much time, right? How many people send out holiday cards and sat and spent hours addressing all the envelopes and signing them all and putting stamps on them, licking the envelopes and how long did that take you? Hours. The other thing is, it's expensive. You go to the card store, an average card is $3 to $5 a card. So, you know, it's a lot of money to invest in a personal message. So, the system, oh, hello.
Here's what we're getting.
There's the perceiving difference. All right, those are the 3 reasons why we don't send a card. But again, I suggest and I use a system and recommend a system called SendOutCards. That is an actual system that will actually save you time, energy, and money. So if I could show you a way to start or maintain a relationship with your smartphone using an app that everyone loves to use, would you want to see it?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to do something very risky.
Anything on a smartphone.
You unplugged it.
Yep. All right, so we're going to try this out. And hopefully this will work. It worked previously, but I don't know for how long, but we'll see. Theoretically, you're going to see my phone on the screen. We have a mobile app
There it is.
that you're able to, you know how you go to a networking event or you're standing in line at Starbucks and you meet somebody and you want to engage with them more, or they're a real good prospect for you, or there's somebody you want to connect with. And they ask for your business card. Well, that business card winds up where? Usually on their desk with a pile of everybody else's, wrapped around a rubber band, collecting all kinds of dust, right? So I give them my business card, but then I say, well, let me send it to you in the mail. Is that okay? Do you have a question?
Well, I think I noticed you have one icon there named Gun App. Does that change your phone into a weapon?
It certainly
I mean,
does.
like flashlight, used for a flashlight?
It certainly does.
Wow. Where do you get that one?
Oh, it's on the App Store. It's kind of a fun thing. If you like guns, you can just play around. I don't like guns myself. Well, actually, I find them fascinating, but I don't own one.
I'll do that right now.
But it's kind of a fun thing to play with. Anyway,
I love that one.
so you give them your business card and you say, okay, let me send you my card in the mail. Okay, so we have an app called SendOutCards. I'm able to create and send a card right from my phone. So of course there's birthday cards, there's a thank you card. I can choose any of these cards from our card catalog, type a message and send it right from my phone. But what I like to do, so that you don't forget me, I like to do a photo card. So Doug, come on up for a second.
Look out, Doug, you're I'm breaking my glasses.
I can create a vertical or horizontal card. We're going to create a vertical card, and we're going to create the card. Now, I like to put a caption below my photograph, so I'm going to choose this layout here, where I can put a caption below, and I'm going to go, I can choose my font, or I can choose the color or the size. I can choose the color of the font,
Wow.
and I can type in, it was great to see you, done. Okay, and I go done. There's my caption. Now we're going to put a photograph in there, and it's going to bring up my photo thing. There we go. And we're going to take a photograph live from my phone, and we're going to do a selfie. Let's get around this way so not as much glare. Okay. Good. Okay, we're going to use that photograph, and it's going to put it right on the card for my phone. So I can move this around so it fits right in there, and I lock it in. Now I'm going to sweep, and this is the inside left of the card. I can put text on here, I can put a photograph on here, but at the same time, I'm going to sweep to the other side of the card on the inside, on the right-hand side. And I'm going to go ahead and type my message. I'm going to choose my font. I'm going to choose the size of the font.
Can you talk into it instead?
I'm going to choose my color, and we're going to create my message. Hello, Doug! Exclamation point. New paragraph. It was so great to see you this morning at the Rotary meeting in Sierra Madre! Exclamation point. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak! Exclamation point. Looking forward to have coffee with you soon! Exclamation point. New paragraph. You're a new friend. New paragraph. Bruce Waterman. New paragraph. 818. 824-4958. Here's my message, right on the card. Done.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and add this to my cart. So now it's created the card, and now I wanna make an impression on Doug so he really remembers me.
So you gotta send it to
And I'm
him
gonna
before
send
the
him a-
meeting's over.
I'm gonna send him a gift. I'm gonna send him a gift. Do you like brownies?
I do.
You do. I knew you would. You can send gift cards. You can send Starbucks cards, Target cards, American Express, whatever. But we have all kinds of gifts, over 500 gift items,
Wow.
from candy to caramel apples to cookies to books to flower seeds, just about anything you can think of. There's guacamole dip, you name it. So the brownies, everyone loves our brownies. We are famous for this. They're 420 calories of pure kosher goodness. So we're going to go ahead and add this to cart, and now it's added the brownies to my order. And we'll wait for that thumbnail to come up.
Now I have to make sure you have my address.
We're gonna get that. So I'm gonna check out, and this is my
Now you
return.
will give the address.
This is my return address. I'm gonna go continue checkout. Now I can add, I can send the card to someone already in my database, but because Doug is not, new recipient, add recipient. Last name Doug?
Kearns, that's Kerns.
Okay, and your address?
196 North Sunnyside Avenue, Sierra Madre.
Sunnyside? Is that why we sang the song this morning? Sunnyside Avenue?
Doug, you're like right around the block from me.
Yeah.
He is.
Sierra Madre, right?
I was right
Yeah.
on Highland and Sunnyside. I'm in Preston.
That's right.
I think it's arriving by drone.
You
What's
didn't
the
know
zip code?
that?
I walked to my
What's the zip code?
holiday.
91024.
I would have if I lived, still lived there.
Okay, and of course you can send this to anywhere in the world.
Hmm?
So we're gonna choose the United States.
He's not.
Save as new contact, now it's added to my database, and now I can get his email address, and I can get his phone.
If you spell his name wrong, it'll all be for naught.
I will fix that. So I can get his email address and his autocorrect. I can get his email address and his phone number to add that to my database. So at the same time, I'll skip that, done, and continue checkout. This tells me how much it cost me. Is it worth about $8 to make a new connection that could lead to further conversation, that could lead to new business?
Yeah.
Right, and develop a new relationship, that's all this cost me about. So I verified his address, obviously I'll change his name afterwards. Continue checkout,
So,
and I have now sent him submit payment, this is what it cost me, $450 shipping, 13 points. Submit payment, and I'm done. He will get that in the mail in 2-3 days. Right from my phone.
Wow.
Now, when he gets this card, he's gonna get my business card on the back of the card, because you can brand the back of the cards with whatever you want. So he's getting my personal nice to meet you card. I made a connection with him, I invited him to coffee. You think he's not gonna call me and thank me for this, and so that we have a further conversation.
So is it possible to have different cards for different types of recipients? Like I could send my kids brownies for $10 and I want a different kind of card on the back.
You can create as many cards as you want, and you can be as creative as you want. We have over 17,000 different card designs that are in our card catalog, or you can create one from scratch. Any way you want. And the card backs, you can create 10 different versions of the card back. So depending on who you're sending it to, you can have a Rotary card back, you can have your CPA logo, you can have your law firm information, whatever business you're in. On the back of the card, you choose the back of the card that you want. So if you're sending everybody in the Rotary group, an announcement about a special event, send out a card to everybody and put the Rotary logo on the back. As low as 93 cents for this card, plus postage. If you're a preferred customer, there is a plan where it's a little more, it's $1.17. A whole $1.17 where they print it, stuff it, stamp it, mail it, address it, all done for you. They even lick the envelope. So it saves you a lot of time. So let me go back here and finish up what I was doing. Hopefully that works.
Fingers
He's
crossed.
still based in Salt Lake City.
So you're based in Salt Lake City. Yes.
you have any recommendations for situations where the relationship isn't all that warm? Like say, the business was somehow strained or unpleasant, or if there's been, kind of
Nothing,
business equivalent of
there's no
fight.
better solution in my mind to send them a nice personal card. Hey, it was great to meet you. Haven't heard from you in a while. Love to re-engage and maybe smooth things over.
Do you think a card is a good method?
Absolutely. Because
And
Because
brownies.
Peggy,
That's actually a good point. Okay, so brownies are always good, right?
Sweeten them up.
Peggy
Right up.
took the time out of her busy day to go to the store, buy a card, write it down, take it to the post office. She's my heroine because she took the time out of her day to send me that personal note. Whether it's done by hand or it's done through a system called SendOutCards, then it doesn't matter. I get something in the mail expressing true feelings of appreciation and gratitude. Who's not going to respond positively to that? If they don't, then they're not your client. Then for you, they're not the best client for you, right? Maybe they're just not worth working with.
Well, next year you're getting a send-out card.
So this is, anybody have any questions? Yes.
So Bruce, the main difference between your competition would be like Hallmark cards that are sent via email and that sort of thing?
Okay, this is not
yours
an e-card, even though it's created on the phone or on the computer, it's physically sent in the mail
That's right, okay.
for you. An
Okay.
e-card is created on the website that's sent electronically.
Right.
And by the way, don't. It's the #1 way of getting a virus on your computer. Yeah, they embed viruses in those things all the time, and you can affect your computer. So happy birthday, you just got a virus.
But the other side of it is, because I do use a email card, is that they look at it and then it's gone. When I get a card in the mail, I put it on my mantle. And every month I take them down, put them in a box and keep them, and then put the next month's up. Because I get cards all the time. People are always writing cards to me.
We also have big cards. So we really make an impression on someone. We have a big card, and this card was sent to one of my BNI members who actually had a stroke. And so we all took a collection up. We all signed a little personal message. I was able to put those personal messages from every member in our chapter on the card with the message to him. And we sent him a $350 American Express gift card, which SendOutCards put in this card and mailed it for us.
Wow.
When he got this, he called me up in tears saying, "Oh my God, this is awesome." Another person I haven't talked to in a while, I used to work with her in a photography studio years ago, and she moved off to Arizona. I haven't talked to her in a while. I see her on Facebook once in a while, and I told her I was missing her. Then I took some pictures off of Facebook and put it on the card. Sent her a pack of brownies. I'm telling you, the reaction I got was unbelievable. She took a picture of the card and the brownies and put it on Facebook. Said, "This is awesome." So if you really want to make someone's day, I'm telling you, this is probably the best way of doing it. Yes?
I did it. We had a shop putters reunion one time with Al Feuerbach, who was the American record holder at one time. There was like, 10 shot putters from, eras dating back to the 60s, and with my godfather, and I had it made into a big card like that. 3 guys framed them and put them on their wall
Wow.
as photographs, because it's that kind of quality. So
the standard cards
they
are
don't
5
throw
by
them away.
7.
They don't throw them away.
The standard cards are 5 by 7, so they're easily framed. So you create a holiday card, you create a holiday card with your family on it to a family member or anybody that's connected to you, and they'll take that and stick it in the frame, and they'll always have your pictures. Realtors. Anybody in realty? Yes, do you have a question? Sorry.
No, I'm not.
You're a realtor. Okay.
When I was over at Kensington, we sent cards out. I instituted that. We sent cards out, every single person that come in there and their families. And I now have between 60 and 80 people come in my new home site a week. And we have registration cards, and I always get their phone number, their address, and I send every one of them out a card. And I always have people either call me or come back in because of that. So you just can't beat cards.
Can't beat it.
They're in their face, and
That's awesome.
they so appreciate
That's
that.
awesome, and it's a huge thing for a business like a realtor because you're dealing with people on a very personal level that's involved in a very high ticket item that's probably the purchase of their life. And when you take a picture of your client in front of the new home that they just purchased and put that on a card, You think they'll ever throw that away? And on the back is your business information, right? So they always have you around in the form of a card because you've shown appreciation for their business or whatever transaction you've done. Even if they didn't list with you, then you can send them a card, thank you for the opportunity, and I guarantee you'll get referrals.
They send their neighbors in, they talk to their family, and.
Are you using SendOutCards, by the way?
No, but I'm gonna talk to my builder about that, and at the Women's Club, that's one big thing everybody talks about. They always insist we send cards out.
But when you personalize it with a photograph, that makes the big difference. That you can personalize these any way you want for every client that you do. You take their picture, put it on the card, the property that they're looking at. So you know how you take them on a tour of different options to what homes to buy? You take some pictures of the exterior, interior, the backyard, the pool, and then you put it on a card and say, here's house number 1. House number 2, you send them another card, here's house number 2. Right? Which one's going to be the best one for you, right? So this kind of helps them make that decision, right? It's kind of cool. I have a realtor that I actually demonstrated this app in the middle of a parking lot. He says, oh my God, you got to call me up Friday morning. We're having an appointment Friday afternoon. I did this. I had no idea who he was. He was a Keller Williams realtor. He signed up as a customer and starting out sending cards. He says, I've sent out cards before, but he says never has he got the response like the cards he sent out with us because he personalized them in a different way. He got 3 callbacks with 3 new listings as a result that he never got before. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, like I say, I really thank you for the opportunity to speak. I don't know how much more time you have me up here, but thank you all for the opportunity. If there's anything I can help you with, there's sheets of paper on there. I'd love to have your information so I can connect with you, send you a card. And if there's anything on that sheet that I can help you with, please reach out to me. I would love to help you out. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you for joining us today. Can I get you to stand up here for 10 seconds longer? Thank you for the effort to come
Excuse
and
me.
visit our club and get up so early. I'd like to give you a letter of thanks and a pin to remember us.
Next time I'll be a card, right?
And it may actually be yours. That's a very good idea.
Thank you so
Glad
much.
to learn about this.
Really appreciate it, Doug. I really appreciate the opportunity to present to you all, and hopefully you found it of value.
Sure. Doug, can we get a picture later so we can use
Absolutely.
perfect.
Thank you.
All right.